Alright, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network. Alright, y'all see what's going on here. As y'all see the thumbnail, y'all read the title under the thumbnail. Yeah, this is still dealing with the Young Dolph continues, Again, but this is CEO DaddieO. Changed the meaning of P.R.E. And not only that, he meets up with Yo Gotti brother Big Jook a month before Young Dolph was sent up. As always, let's pay our respects and say rest in peace to Young Dolph. Condolences to the family. Shout out to the Paper Route Empire. And much love to all my folks in Dolph land. Let's get back to the story at hand. So yeah, man, I told y'all, you know what's so crazy? So I would say about a month back, I was looking up some information based on Young Dolph LLC, and how I seen that it was located in South Carolina, right? I did a video on that, and I'll let you guys know I found it out dealing with when Young Dolph was sued by club promoters for showing up to the club late based on somebody's party that was going on. So they sued him for basically not showing up, even though they showed, but it was late. But again, based on that, I end up coming across P.R.E. across their business records, you know what I'm saying, as far as like formulating the LLC. And I seen three names under there, right? Of course, one of them first was CEO DaddieO. It actually said his real name, something J something. Man, I forgot it. I should have wrote it down. But it had Young Dolph, Adolph Thornton, and it had another name, right? It lets me know there was a third person that was involved in P.R.E. It's not just CEO DaddieO and Young Dolph like a lot of people think, you know what I'm saying? So based on that, this is the whole reason why CEO DaddieO was able to change the meaning of P.R.E. You can still have a P.R.E., but just change the meaning, because that's part of doing business as. And y'all got to understand that, okay? But again, let's get back to the story. So check this out, man. The same time 50 Cent told Yo Gotti change the name of CMG is the same time CEO DaddieO people drew up some documents basically replacing the name of Paper Route Empire to Paper Route Estate. Now a lot of people gonna say, what's the difference? Again, that's part of doing business as, but it doesn't go to the same account as the paper route. You understand what I'm saying? You have to drop a whole separate account that's attached to Paper Route Estate that's separate from Paper Route Empire. Alright? But let's get back to the story. I know again, a lot of people saying it's not too much of a difference. Check this out. When people see P.R.E., the first thought comes to mind is, of course, Paper Route Empire. You know what I'm saying? Own, control, how can you say, utilized through Young Dolph. You know what I'm saying? But not Paper Route Estate, which is on the outside, isn't a big difference. But when it comes to payments, bank transactions, and what is the business name attached to said accounts, I'm gonna say it again for y'all to understand. All right? When people see P.R.E., the first thought comes to mind is, of course, Paper Route Empire, not Paper Route Estate, which on the outside isn't a big difference on the outside, right? But when it comes to payments, logistics, bank transactions, what is the business name attached to said accounts? And again, that name is Paper Route Estates, not Paper Route Empire. All right. Now the business transactions can be rerouted to the new account under the new name with permission given from the grantor. Alright? If y'all don't understand where the grantor is, I'm going to explain it to you guys. Alright, now we're going to get into the legalese. Which in legalese, the grantor is the owner / operator of said business name and is the person that transfers the word transfer ownership rights of a property to another person. Did y'all hear what I just said? A grantor, dealing in legalese, the grantor is not only the owner, but the operator of said business name. and is the person that transfers. Again, the word is transfer. Ownership rights of a property to another person. Alright? In this case, this is CEO DaddieO doing business with himself. Alright? Acting under his government name, transferring documents to his new business name from the old business account. Alright? Again, you can do this when you have ownership, when you have two LLCs going on. All you're doing is transferring money or documents from one to the other. It does not automatically excuse you from the first one, because you establish your LLC to do business, right? And then a lot of people establish a second one that's attached to the first business, and they just name it doing business as. All right. And again, this is a move that CEO DaddieO could have moved. He could have not drew up a whole different paperwork and to create a whole different LLC, which I just stated to you guys, he didn't. He had his people drop some documents. So all he did was transfer what was going on at Paper Route Empire to Paper Route Estate. All right. Again, only people that's how can I say, very knowledgeable when it comes to business understand this. All right. So like I'm saying, right, major companies do this all the time. Y'all think some brands went off the shelf or went out of business when all they did was replace the name and have it being run under a different account number. You feel what I'm saying? Again, you just change the name. It could be the same product. You just change the name, and now you have then you create a different account that's attached to that new product. You know what I'm saying? Now it makes it seem like it's a whole new product on the shelf when all you did was rebag it, rename it, and put it under a different account. Come on, man. Again, so not only with that, right, it's also been talks that CEO DaddieO and Big Jook was seen meeting up. People want to know, why was they meeting up? You know what's crazy? They actually met up about 2 months ago. Around the same time that I put out CEO DaddieO wants to squash the beef with CMG and do a collab album. That's when the time they was talking, which again was 2 months ago. Y'all got to understand, info like this comes out because people pillow talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. People pillow talk a lot. Even the guys that's around there with money, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're telling, you know what I'm saying, women that they laying up with certain kind of ideas that's running across their mind, or they already had put out there with the other person. Again, this is dealing with Big Jook, how CEO DaddieO went and conversed with Big Jook to see if they can get a mutual agreement based on, like, again, doing concerts in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Doing tours all over different cities throughout the state of Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Like, this what they was talking about. And not only that, it was also discussion with them doing a collab album. Again, a compilation album, a Memphis. It was called Memphis something, like Memphis Mobs compilation or something like that, where it was going to be CMG on there, P.R.E, and the guys that's from Memphis but on 1017, part of Gucci record label. You feel what I'm saying? And again, this was a conversation that was held between CEO DaddieO and Big Jook. You know what I'm saying? So this to let y'all know, like, this the reason why people saying, hey man, it's the guys that's close to Dolph that wanted him sent up, because they felt like he was stopping a lot of things from happening between CMG and P.R.E. as far as, again, the compilation album. Like, but it wasn't him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people know, like, it was Black Youngster who kept on throwing his 2 cents in it, when at a time, a lot of people thought or felt like, oh, maybe the beef between them two is over with. And then who came and amped it up? Black Youngster. He had to come play his part. You feel what I'm saying? But again, it's to let y'all know, like, it's a lot of underhanded moves that went on dealing with before Young Dolph got sent up. And it's to let you guys know that at the same time, before Young Dolph was sent up, him and CEO DaddieO was not seeing eye to eye. Based on money that was spent, based on different business acquisitions that they'll come across and wouldn't let each other know. That, like, they'll know on a fly tip. They'll know from another P.R.E. affiliate. You know what I'm saying? That just happened to bring it up during conversation. You know what I'm saying? But again, as always, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network.